LLC stands for your limited liability company. Now, you can set up your business in different ways besides an LLC, but the LLC. Do you hate your job? Trust me, I've been there. Dreading Mondays, can't wait for Fridays. Did you know you didn't have to live like that? I did for years until I found my notary commission. Now, you're probably thinking, how in the world is a notary making great money? I teach you that in my Ultimate Notary Training Bundle. I'm going to teach you how you take a simple notary commission and begin generating six figures for yourself and your business. You don't have to stay in the rat race. You can actually live the life that you would love to wake up to every single day. Don't delay. Click the link below, and I'll teach you how to gain time and financial freedom through the notary industry. Join. Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. Were you dancing too? Yes, you were. I saw you. I could see you dancing. That's okay. We all dance. All the Notary to Notary family dances to that countdown. That's what we do. Okay, that's what we do. So I'm really excited about this video, and you're probably like, "What do you mean you're excited? This is horrible news." It's really not, and I'm going to tell you why. And I love when, let me tell you what, I don't know. I wouldn't say I can see the future. I wouldn't say like I can, read the future, but I'm really good at looking at trends. Okay. So go back and from, what is this, 2024, at least probably 2022. If you go look at my old content, probably even 2021, I've been talking about Google Sites. Okay. And how many of you guys know my reaction to Google Sites? Okay. Be quiet, JC. My reaction is I am not a fan. Okay. I feel like when I saw that they were shutting down Google Sites, I said, thank God. Why? Okay. So I think Google is amazing. Okay. If you are not using Gmail, if you are not using Google products, if it's just like Google's everywhere, right? It's like, where are you? If you still have like a Yahoo and AOL and all that stuff, it's okay to have one, but you need to have a Gmail, right? And so I just feel like Google does everything really, really well. The one thing, and everyone has that one thing, the one thing Google dropped the ball on, in my opinion, is Google Sites. I personally hated them. And the reason why I was so happy to see them deactivating the sites is because when I'm training my notary students, you guys, to, build your websites, some notaries are just stuck on the Google site. And I don't know if it's because it's a free site or whatever. And I always say, I hate those sites because it's not very good it's not very easy to customize. You can't do a lot of customization on it. And in so doing, you cannot really search engine optimize those products, okay, that website. And so that being said, if you have a Google website, you can't fully utilize the power of Google for you. Which is like, I put in my email today. It's actually kind of weird because Google is the number one search engine in the world, still number one, and then it's YouTube. Okay, so Google is the number one search engine in the world, but their Google sites are not SEO friendly. So it was just like, what happened here, Google? What are we doing? And so for the past 2 to 3 years, I've been talking when everyone says like, oh, I have a Google site. It's like, it makes my skin crawl because I know you are at a disadvantage because you're not going to be able to truly leverage Google and bring yourself leads. So if you have a Google site, just put a number 1 in the chat for me. If your notary business or any of your businesses is using Google sites, they are soon to be deactivated. Okay. And I know for a fact, a handful, quite a bit of my notary students, even my mother has a Google site. I called her this morning and I said, guess what, Ma? She was like, oh man. I said, I've been telling you for a minute. Okay, cut it out. Cut it out. Because she has a Google site for her notary business. And I was like, thank goodness. Now it's time to move on. So what Google said is, and I'll put the link to the article in the actually, I'll screen share really quick so you guys can see it, and then I'll tell you guys some alternatives you can do for your site and what that's going to mean for your business. Okay, so let me see if I can screen share really quick. Share screen. Here we go. Okay. All right. So basically, what it's saying is that I missed my screen. Websites made with Google Business Profile. So basically, when you go to your Google Business Profile, there's a section where you can build a site. So it's all in the same area, kind of. Okay, so they will be turned off soon. Websites made with Google Business Profiles are basic websites. At least they got that right. Basic websites powered by the information from your Google Business Profile. In March of 2024, which is this year, March, so you have about a month and couple days, whatever, say the 1st, could be the 31st, who knows. Websites made with Google Business Profiles will be turned off, and customers visiting your site will be redirected to your business profile. So let's say if you have a URL, and let's say you put that URL on your business card, you're gonna have to get a new business card, okay? But what they're gonna do is when people are searching that URL, let's say you put that URL everywhere. Let's say you have it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Linktree, your LinkedIn, different like landing pages that you may have put it on. If you use, for example, Bright Local, I talked about them before, or any other tool that's going to be pushing your link out, you're going to have to update it. So what they're going to say is they're going to reroute anyone who uses your direct link. They're going to be rerouted to your profile directly. So that Google Business Profile page card that says like call, directions, message, they'll get routed there. Okay, up until June 10th. So that URL will take them to, as of March 2024, will take them to your Google Business Profile page up until June 10th. After that, it's just going to say like that. What does it say? Like your site's down or something, like can't find site. Domains that end with business.site or negocio.site, which is the Spanish version, will be removed from the website field on your business profile in March, which means in March, it's just going to say call, text, message. It won't say website because you won't have one unless you build one. But your Google website, your Google site will be down, okay? Your profile will stay up. This is not about your Google Business Profile. So everyone that has a Google Business Profile, oh, thank you, Nicholas. Everyone that has a Google Business Profile, their profile will stay live and active. Your website will be deactivated, okay? So what does that mean? That means that you're going to have to build another website. Now, Google did make a typo in this article, so I want to point it out to you guys. It says create a new website using other tools, and it lists Google sites, but that's the one that's getting deactivated. So apparently someone's gonna catch it and take it off. So this is the issue. You're not using Google sites. You're using either Wix. I don't like Squarespace. Wix is to give people a hard time. Google sites, not Shopify. WordPress. I prefer people to use. Also, you could use Weebly. It's very user friendly. If you're running ads, of course, they'll, just deactivate them. That's going to you should pause them if you're running ads, if it's going to your website, because it won't get there. Okay. So, and I put the link to this in the chat if you want to look it over more and just really see what's all involved. But the bottom line is if you have a Google site, it will be deactivated. So you will have to build it somewhere else. Now, here at Notary to Notary, we do have website services. So if you want to get your website built, I sent an email out about that. this morning. I will put the link in the chat as well. For us to build your website, it takes 7 to 10 business days if you need another website build. Now, the build is for a 4-page notary website. So it's going to be your home page, it's going to be your services page, it's going to be your blog, and it's going to be your contact page. Now, any other page outside of that, you'll have to add on your own, but you will get, when your website is done, an instructional guide of how you can continue to add content to your page as well as to your blog, which is really, really important. You guys know I'm always talking about having an SEO optimized website, which has a blog that you post. Well, how many times are you supposed to post? Let's see who knows. How many times did Google say you're supposed to post on your, excuse me. Oh, I think I posted the wrong link. Oh, no, I didn't. Here you go. That's the right link for your website build. But how many times are you supposed to post to your website and Google Business Profile page to be SEO optimized? Who remembers? I say it all the time. How many articles are you supposed to post monthly? Let's see if someone remembers. If you remember, you get a prize. Fingers crossed for the prize. I say it all the time, and it's something dash something, if that gives you a hint. It's something dash something, okay? So Google put out a article basically just saying SEO optimized sites have this many to this many SEO optimized blog posts a month. Does anyone remember? Hold on, JC, because you listen to me a lot. I'm trying to figure out. It's not 4 to 6. It's not 4 to 6. That would be easy, wouldn't it? That'd be real nice if it was 4 to 6. It is not 4 to 6. Nope. It is not. I'm going to let y'all keep guessing and see if you can figure out. See if anyone was paying attention in class. Were we paying attention in class? Were we? That means, Maribel is close, but not so much. You're a little high. Come down a little bit. Come down. It's not 8 to 10. It's not 8 to 10. I will say Maribel was close. But yeah, so you need to have a website signed and sealed. It's really close. You're really getting there. Oh my gosh, avocado toast. I love avocado. Don't like them. I'm trying to get from breads and pastas right now, but avocado oil. Say, let's go. Who knows the answer? No, it's not it, darling. It's not it. I will tell you the first number is 15. It's 15 to something blog posts a month. Okay. All right. So I did see a couple people say they did have a Google site. So that being said, your Google site will be deactivated as of March 2024, which is a good thing. I personally don't like the sites. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you can get an idea of what a Google site looks like. This is my mom's Google site. And even though she has a site that I don't like, she actually still gets calls that she puts a lot of content on that Google Business Profile page. Okay. Let's see. This is what a Google site looks like. And your URL will say .business site. This is what it looks like. It's basically just a basic landing page. It pulls your blogs or your content you post on your website. It also will pull your reviews from your Google Business Profile page. And that's basically it. You don't have much that it's able to be done. It's a very basic landing page. And so for that reason, I am so glad that Google decided to let it go. Okay, let it go. Please let it go. Please let it go. Which they did. And it's so funny because I definitely said that not too long ago. I definitely said that I've been saying the past few years that Google, someone's close. It's 15 to something. I think I'm gonna give it to somebody because they're really close. I'm gonna give it to some, even though that means you really didn't know it, but I'll give it to someone who's really close. It's 15 to 24. So you were really close. Signed and sealed. Send me an email, info@notary.com, so I can send you a prize. Just make sure you put in there that you were signed and sealed and you won the Google question. So yes, it is 15 to 24. Not saying it after the fact, JC. I love you. You are so funny. But yeah. Stop making me laugh. You see, I'm trying to focus here. So if you have a Google site, it will be deactivated. Your profile will stay live. If you need a website built, even if you didn't have a Google site and you just really need a website built that's search engine optimized, we are doing websites again. I will say I don't know how long we're going to be doing them. It is something that we do. It just periodically we'll put up website build offers where we'll go in and build Notary websites for you guys, so that it is an opportunity for you. You can use Klarna, and Affirm. No, is it Afterpay? One of those. It's two of them. It's those payment plan options. If you do need a website built, definitely go that route. 7 to 10 business days after we receive all your information for the website, for your website to be up. Okay. Now, you do need to create an account wherever your website's going. So, but we'll walk you through that process. So if you want it hosted, for example, on Weebly, you want it built on WordPress. GoDaddy also has GoDaddy sites. I'm not a fan, but what I will say, GoDaddy sites are better than Google sites. So GoDaddy sites are actually, in my opinion, not as good as even Weebly. Weebly, you can do a whole lot more customization in there than you can with GoDaddy sites. But GoDaddy sites, like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, just plug and play, because it's like really simple to use. So with things like that, they don't really offer a whole lot of customization. But on GoDaddy, you can also, instead of doing a GoDaddy site, you could do, basically you just add cPanel and WordPress, and then you can build it in that way. And I'm not trying to get too technical, but and like I said, my very first website that I learned to build was probably before Weebly was even out, was on WordPress. So I actually learned I taught myself through tons and tons of YouTube videos on how to code on WordPress. And this is before they had all these little fun widgets and stuff that does everything for you now. I will tell you, I do not like building websites with code. It is not fun for me. Okay. People who love doing it, you go for it. But it is a skill set that I now have. I would not say that I'm like an expert at building with code, but I have a good working knowledge of how to do it. And it's also something that it's just like, if I had to choose, I like when I'm using, like if I'm building with, for example, I do a lot of my builds, even though it's on WordPress, I'll do them with like Elementor. That really makes it more user friendly. So it's not like heavy code. It's kind of like you still have like blocks you can drag, and if you need to put code in, you can. I prefer to do it that way. But anyway, if all of this I'm saying is like gibberish to you, you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I would definitely just get the website built. And the reason why too that I don't like, the main reason I didn't like Google sites, and I'm so glad it's getting out of here, is that if you cannot SEO optimize your website, it is not going to generate you so think about this. If you have a Google site, you were not fully SEO optimized, which means you missed clients. Hands down, you missed them. There were people who did not come to your site because you were not fully optimized, period. And so when you know that, it's like, man, you're missing money, and I'm going to kind of pivot a little bit because I want to share with you guys what I'm working on today. And I try to do this as much as I can. I will say I'm not the best at turning the camera on myself and showing you guys like my day-to-day. People always ask me, like, can we see your day-to-day? I'm not the best at doing that. It's something that I definitely want to do more of, especially for this year with the real estate and everything, the training program. I have to get into the habit of turning the camera on myself, like real time when I'm doing stuff. And so this morning I took probably about 20 to 30 minutes and just did some vision setting, where I just basically set the tone for what I wanted for my notary business for this year. And it's something that I did in the beginning of the year, but you guys, in the beginning of the year, I was sick. Did y'all know that? I was sick through the New Year's. It was a disaster. And so I wasn't able to fully set the tone and the vision for the year on January 1st, but it's something that I've definitely been doing since then. And so this morning, as I did more, because you're never done, as I did more vision setting for what I wanted for my notary business, I just said, you know what, I really, really, really want my personal notary business to like fully dominate Virginia and Florida this year. But I'm putting a heavy focus in the next couple of weeks with Virginia to really get these leads in and getting it to a really full place where I am hitting that 10,000 plus a month with my lead generation. And so I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I'll be doing, and I'll post them as I'm going along into the student Facebook group. I'll send some things out via email. I'll put some of my templates and things I'm using inside the course. Whichever course I'm working on, most of it I will say is I went crazy on these vitamins and herbs. Okay, listen. And I will post different things into the Notary Signing Agent course as I go along. And different things that I just think will be really helpful. I'll post it inside the courses. And when I add something into the course, you'll definitely know. So I'll send an email out about it. And you get a notification too when I add content. So the main thing I'm going to look at right now, so I can kind of give you guys, there's a really long list. Okay. My list of like what I need to do to generate the 10,000 plus a month for my notary business is probably like 40 things deep. But I'm going to tell you the first couple things because I think this week all can do them together. I also took my NNA certification today. I did that. My exam, you take it every year. So I did that this morning, knocked that out the park. You know, I've never got 100 on that test. And I'm okay with that. Because I feel like some of those questions is worded a little weird because I know I answered them right. But I think it's like one of those things that's like, depends on who you ask. You know, it depends on how you put holes in it. Okay. But what I will say is I did my NNA certification test this morning because my background expires at the end of the month. So I waited a little late to do that. I normally try to do it at least at the beginning of the 30 days. But it's okay. So I did the test. I typically will get the email for the background check most likely Monday. When that comes in, I'll submit that. I'll have it back probably like Tuesday or Wednesday. So when that comes back, I will do. So it's so funny because I have to talk to myself sometimes. And I said, okay, I have my list. I said, I'm going to sign up with 500 signing services / title companies, right? Actually, I think I broke it up to say, I think I separated the 500 from signing services and from title companies. So that way, let me see how I broke it up. I said it's funny because when I was doing it, I put 300. So when I was doing it, my mind said 500. And then that little voice came up and said, girl, you better put 300 and stop playing. But then as I was writing it, it was like, Vanessa, stop playing with me and put the 500. So yeah, it's okay. So it's 500 signing services. Okay. And so what it looks like is basically signing up, emailing, calling, importing them into my client management system. And then I have a client management tool that I use that basically just shows me, and I'll show you guys this, like what I need to call, what I need to email. You can automate a lot of that stuff. You don't have to do it yourself, and it makes it really simple just to reach your clients, but to stay in connection with them. Especially if you have 500 that you're trying to connect with, trying to remember who you called and what you need to do. It's going to be ridiculous. Like, let's not do this to ourselves. That's why there's tools out there to do it for you. And so, but we're not there yet. Okay. This morning I put a focus on the NNA to get my stuff straight with them. So I updated my E&O insurance. I went ahead and renewed that. So I renew mine every year, my E&O, and everybody doesn't do that. I do it just because I do it all at one time. I do my E&O, my NNA, certification and background check, and my membership. Now, I'm a member of the NNA because I'm an ambassador, so we have to be members. Yeah, so because I'm an ambassador of the NNA, I also renew my membership there too. So I renew all of that together. And I also did my Find a Notary listing. I had to update some things there. So you guys know I will tell you what I think is worth paying for and what's not. I do think the Find a Notary feature is worth paying for. Also, you should write an article about that and put it on your website and link it to your profile. It's going to help you. Okay. Trust me when I say that. There's a lot of ways to really boost your SEO. You got to learn when you can create content that you can link to other sites that will help boost you up. Okay. You'll see, I'm actually doing a rebuild on my website. Not my most favorite thing to do, but my website is a little outdated. So I'm going to do a rebuild on my site today / tomorrow. And then I'll be unloading tons of articles onto my website that I want to rank for, SEO optimized articles I want to rank for. And once my website is done, I'll definitely share it with you guys so you guys can see the before and after. I mean, a lot of you guys probably see my notary website. It definitely needs some work done to it. It does still generate me leads, but I want to definitely have a more powerful website. I do a lot of just research on the back end to see where I'm ranking. And I have a lot of growth potential available if I just make some changes to it and then unload on that content. So one other gentleman that I follow on social, Alex Hermosi, love his content. Him and Gary Vee. And so from putting all the content that I've heard in about who, like people from the powerhouses that have the multi-million dollar businesses that talk about lead generation, you want to ideally put out 40 pieces of content online daily. And what does that look like? People say, well, that's a low lot. It is a whole lot, but you don't have to do it all at one time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together some kind of training course kind of thing where I'm going to show you how I create all of my content in bulk and how I schedule it, automate it out, so I'm not sitting there every day putting out 40 pieces of content. Now, you do have to sit there some days and create your content and schedule it. But if you use tools that will help you create it in bulk, you're not having to create each piece individually. And so I'll show you how to do that. Once I start doing it on mine, this time I'm just going to record it. So, and that's the best way I can do, like kind of turn the camera on myself and just record me doing it. And then I'll share it like that. That way you can see real time. Also, I want to share with you guys some of the AI and automation tools I've been using. Yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, I was looking at the Zapier training yesterday, and I'm just like, what am I missing in life? Because, honey, the automation is insane. And I'm just like, what am I doing? I need to get this together. Like, I use Zapier, but I will tell you, I feel like I use Zapier like this much, and it's like this much that can be used. And so it's just like really getting into your tools. I have a guide I put inside the course that was talking about mastering your vendor relationships, and it talks about any tool you're using, you should study it, learn how it works, talk to the company that you're using the platform or whatever that service is to learn all that it can do, so you can really use it to its advantage. A lot of times, if you're paying for a tool, whether it's a website or even social or whatever, there are tools that you could use that you didn't even know existed because you're just doing what you thought it could do. But a lot of times, any company or product or service, they're always innovating, they're always improving. And so, and they'll have other things. Like people come to me all the time and they say, oh, I just thought you had the notary signing agent training. I didn't know you had a class on business credit. I didn't know you had a class on government contracting. I didn't know you had a class on business grants, right? Because they're there, but most people just come to me for the intro, the general notary work and the notary signing agent. So think about that. That kind of puts in perspective. There are more services and products that most of the providers we use offer. But if we don't know, then it's like, let me tell you something else. I called Comcast. This is a side note. I called Comcast to cancel my cable because I don't watch cable. I mean, at this point, why do we have this triple play? Okay. And I was talking to the gentleman. I said, can you just take my cable off? And it dropped my bill by I think $80. I was like, score. I turned cable on twice since I've been in my house twice. Okay. And it wasn't for me. It was for visitors, like my grandmother and my father. But that was it. And so I was like, I never used cable. But I said to say, where was I going with this? I kind of got distracted. It was just, oh no. So when I said to say, he was like, oh, do you know your plan came with free Netflix? No. You haven't paid for Netflix this whole time and I had free Netflix? My point, okay? That's what I mean. Like a lot of times we don't look and see what's covered and what's not covered. Another prime example is like, when I went to the airport years ago and I used one of my credit cards, and they were like, you know, your credit card comes with rental car insurance. No, I'm not paying for rental car insurance. You see what I'm saying? It's those little things. When I went and got my TSA pre-check, well, you know, your credit card is going to reimburse you for that. No, it's in your terms and conditions. Like, it's little things like that when we don't read the fine print. It's like, oh, you guys have more that you offer than what I just came here for. And that's why I say it's so important to dive deeper into whatever any products, services, programs, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you're using. Dive deeper into it. Watch some training videos. Really get familiar with what they offer as a whole. Now, other thing I want to tell you, I told you this morning I was starting heavily on the NNA. The NNA has, I'm going to show you mine, has this Find a Notary directory. You guys know I only share directories I think are good. That's the link to that, Find a Notary. you basically, people just go on here and they search for a notary near them. So if I put in like my zip code, search, I come up first, and then there's more people. So I'm looking for a notary that travel to me or visit in store. So if I did like in store, they know they can come into the store, and then you have to see my whole profile and all that good stuff. They can contact me here, and then because it's when you get a contact, it does say from the Find a Notary site, so you know that that's where that lead came from, and then you just put all your information in. Ask for whatever you needed to say. So I do like this. Like I said, I have gotten leads from this website. So it is one that I'm going to continue to pay for. I believe when I got on, it was like $30 a month, but I signed up at the NNA conference. So I think now, I don't know. Let me tell you. Now it is, $30 a year. I apologize. $30 a year. Now it is $99 for the year. So if you got in during the NNA conference, you got it at a good time. But now it's $90 a year. Normally at the NNA conference, it was like $30 for the year. So there's that. Like I said, I do like their listing. I have gotten leads from them, so I will continue to pay for that one. But what I'm going to be doing, I didn't tell you my list. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is update my W-9. I do that every year at the same time. I update my W-9, the new W-9, my NNA background, my E&O. I update all my notary credentials, that folder that I talk about in the course. Everything gets updated. That way, when I go to start signing up, we're ready. It's smooth sailing. Everything's in there, nice and beautifully labeled. So if it's like E&O Insurance, it says Vanessa Terry, E&O Insurance 2024. So that way I'm not looking to say which one's 2023. It's all organized and they're labeled the right way, so you know exactly what is it for that year. I'm really big on organizing your business files. It just makes it a lot easier when people are asking for stuff to just shoot it over in like 2 seconds, okay? So I'm going to update my W-9. I'm going to update my Square account with my and update my invoicing. And then I need to download the app back to my phone. I don't have it right now, so I'm like winging it. And then I did my NNA credentials. I do need to do my E&O really quick. That's in my cart. And then I'm going to update my website. One thing I'm going to do on my website, like I said, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to put a partner page. And the partner page is going to connect with, it's going to have links and articles to people that I work with. So for example, a lot of people come to me and ask me if I have attorneys that can draft documents. And so I will link to those attorney pages so they know. And then what I can do with that is when the people are clicking on that attorney page to get their power of attorney, will, medical directive done, which that attorney is going to know. I'm referring people to you. And then each month I can show them how many people from your back end clicked on that clicked on your site from my page, so they can see that I am bringing them clients. And so what happens with that is that, and they're not paying me anything for that. What that is building a relationship. So when you show people that you're working for them, they work for you. So then they say, okay, well, let me give you work too. It's like you each feed each other. So I also have people, like I refer people a lot to life insurance, to people asking for life insurance. And so I'll put a little page there, a little content piece, and link to my representative that I send people to get life insurance. So just different things like that I think of that I'm always referring to anyway. People ask me in the notary space, you know where I can find this or where I can find that. I will link that all on my partner's page. And so that's something new that I'm going to be adding to my website that I did not have previously, but I'm going to do that now. Add a partner's page. And then I'm also going to look into doing additional landing pages. And this is something that I'm going to be teaching specifically to realtors because it's a really good technique and tool. And even notaries can do it too. So I want to I'm going to put together a little training on this because it's not something that I want new notaries to be focusing on. I want you to focus on your one website. I don't want you to focus on additional landing pages, just your one website. If you're more experienced and advanced and you're really ready to start, generating even more, then we can talk about, okay, let's talk about additional landing pages and what that would look like for you. But that's something that I'm going to be working on as well. The other thing I'm going to be doing is creating flyers for my notary services. And the reason why I'm going to do that is that I do know a lot of people in my area still don't know that we're here. And that's something that I dropped the ball on to fix. So I'm gonna do these flyers and go not door knocking. Door knocking is in real estate, but go pass these flyers out in the communities that are near me. We have 3 large, affluent housing communities near me, so I'm gonna go and pass those flyers out. Yeah. And so the plan is to do 1,000 flyers. So I'm gonna get 1,000 printed, and then we're just gonna hit the streets and knock them out. So even I do that. So after that, though, so you hit the 1,000, get the 1,000 out. Then I'm gonna be doing ads. I don't recommend you do ads unless you learn how to do ads. One day I'll do a course on it. In the meantime, Google has courses, I believe, free courses on how to run their ads. And then I'll set up more ads for just the local. That's what I really want to focus on my local community and really get a high engagement with that. That's something that I didn't really do before that I really should have. And that's just to name a few, but I'll tell you more on my list. Okay. Nursing home visits. I gotta do that. So you guys know if you took the nursing homes and hospitals training, I talked about how to do those. So I'll be getting those flyers printed and doing those visits this week. So this week is gonna be a heavy outdoor, hitting all these places and doing those visits, and then also importing them into my CRM so I can do those follow-up cards, those follow-up calls, and those follow-up emails. With nursing homes, the hospitals, and estate planning attorneys in Virginia is where I'm going to focus the majority of my effort. And I don't limit it to just near me, because those services, even if I'm not local, I have notaries I can send that work to. So I do allow it to come for the entire state of Virginia. And then there's other things like signing up with more inspection companies, signing services, doing my title company routine for getting more title companies. I am going to do some work with eNotary. I'll put some more stuff into the training as far as lead generation on that. And I'm going to focus on getting more weddings. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that. I have a gentleman who makes great money. He makes 6 figures. He's local to me, and he does weddings. And he's always like, girl, I will come help you and train you and get you all the leads in here. And so he wanted to turn my space into a wedding, like being able to turn it into people come get married. And it's a great opportunity because I'm right beside the base. So it's like beautiful because like they could just come here and do their weddings. But that's on my list to finally, mind you, I met him last year. So it's like, come on, girl. I use Pipedrive. You can use Pipedrive for your CRM, or you can use HubSpot. I use Pipedrive because I started with them. That's just where I was when I started. And so, it's what I learned. So I like it. And it does integrate with Zapier, so I'm good with that. But so does HubSpot. So HubSpot is the more one you see on social more often. It's the more talked about one. So either HubSpot or Pipedrive. What else is on my list? Couple things. I got to do some courthouse visits. I got to do a lot. I'm going to optimize my Notary Assist, which is going to be a whole situation. So I want to just go in and do some tweaking to my Notary Assist to make it easier to do accounting and client management in there. So it's something that when I do it, I'll do a YouTube. I'll stream it. I'll put it probably in the course so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I want to work on my integrations with Zapier with all of my tools. And I want to get a better scheduling tool. And then I want to have it sync better. I just want it to sync more smooth. I want it to be the smoothest process you ever had in your life when it comes to booking any of the services that I offer as a notary, and then closing it out, reviews. Also, my mailing list, I really want to get that going for my notary business separately. And I want to do a different approach this year. So when I talk about that, I'll definitely I'll do a training on that too, because I it's something that I've known to do for a while and I just haven't done it. Also, my affiliate marketing as it pertains to my notary business, which is something that you can do. I'll talk about that too, like how you can generate how you can generate revenue for yourself online for people who are just going to your website. And so I'll talk about that with affiliate marketing for your notary business too. So yeah, I have a whole long list, but once this whole list is done, it's over. It's over. Let's go. The only thing I would have to continue to do is nurture those client relationships and the 40 content pieces a day. Once this is all done, leads will just continue to pour in because it's a proven system. It's the same thing I've been doing. Some things are updated, like using the AI, using the automation, it just makes it easier. But outside of that, it's the same process. We're just using better tools to get it to do the same, to get the same outcome. We're just using different tools to do it. Does that make sense? So I'll be sharing that with you guys as I go along. The main thing is I did have to update my website with this thing too. Okay, so right now, like I said, I'm working on updating all of my credentials and updating my folder online in my email and on my computer. So I always make sure like my email has all my updated files and my computer has my updated files in a nice little folder. Update my Square, and then hopping into my website update and website update, partner page, landing pages. So a lot of website content things. And then I'll do my flyers, send them to Office Depot, and get them printed so they'll be ready by Monday, ready for Monday. So get them all ready, get them all boxed up in my car, get my business cards, and we're going to hit the road. Okay. And then I work on my social media pages. And then when I get to that, I'll show you guys how I do that. How do I update it? How I automate my content and post my content, things like that. But like I said, it's a work in progress. So I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. So as a recap, yes, the NNA. Oh, you're so very welcome. Not the NNA. Google is deactivating Google Sites. So if you do need a website build, I put the link into the chat for us at Notary to build your website for you. Also, we have a training coming up on next Saturday. It is for apostilles and field inspections. And right now it is virtual, but people have been asking me to add in-person seats. So I am going to do that. So if you guys do want to come in person, I will put the link there. You still have to register if you're going to do in person. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll add the in person. And then we do have an AI and automation class. That's in February. So I usually don't go as far as February. I wish I get to that month and start talking about it. So this month, the rest of this month is apostille and field inspection training. I'm gonna giving you guys another list of 20 inspection companies you can sign up with. Also that day we have our in-person and virtual notary training class. And then February 3rd is going to be the AI and automation class. That's virtual. That's going to be completely virtual because everything's going to be online. And then February 10th is going to be our next intensive notary boot camp. And it is one day. You can come in person or you can stream. Okay. So that is all the events that's going on. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, and the last thing is we do have a promo code for the weekend. It was promo code 2024. Gives you half off the online courses at notarytonotary.com. Recommend getting started with the Ultimate Notary Training. And then from there, add on the additional courses that you find interest, whether that's business credit, business grants, working with nursing homes and hospitals, the Ultimate Signing and Title Company list that gives you over 2,000 companies you can market to. Just go through the Rolodex so you can see. Also, if you're in the 52 weeks program, I will send an email out today about the first live training. If you're not in it, you can get into it. It's $25 a month, and I post videos in there from 2019 to 2023 that we have done over the past 4 years, and training content in there. So it's ones that's not inside the course. It's different training videos over the past 4 years. And then once a month, I do a live training going deeper into the content that was added that month. And it's live, so you can bring your questions as well. Okay, cool. I like it. So I think that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys have a great and awesome Sunday and this week. I hope your week is amazing, full of leads, right? Calls, clients, leads, revenue, all that good stuff, right? If you need anything, don't hesitate to give us a call. Give me a call, shoot me an email, all that good stuff. Be awesome on purpose. Until next time, happy signing.
Hey guys, it's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I want to show you guys how I was able to get started as a notary signing agent making $10,000 a month. When I first got started in 2015, I had no idea how lucrative this business was. So much so that I was able to quit my full-time job in 2016. Over the next few years, I've had so many successes and failures that I took all of them and bundled them up into a training program just for you. The training is available at notarytonotary.com, and there are 2 programs that you can register for: the Notary Signing Agent Training and the e-Notary Training. Make sure that your state licenses e-notaries before you register for that training. Once you register, you'll have instant access to the online training platform, as well as access to our live weekly interactive webinars with replay capabilities. Ready to get started? Register today at notarytonotary.com. Until then,